In this tutorial, we will show several features of WyBoard Studio that will help us to create a lyric video, and may help you build up your skills to use in any other project. For this example, we will use the popular kids song, If You're Happy and You Know It. We will upload the audio, then we will add the lyrics for it, syncing the words with the audio. We will add animations to it, then export the project with a background video added to it. The output will be a video in MP4 format. To start, we create a new project in WyBoard Studio, then we add the audio for the song. We click on the audio tool, then we add the audio to the first scene, starting at the beginning, 0 seconds. Next, we will use Microsoft PowerPoint to create the lyrics and add it to WyBoard Studio. Note that you don't need to use PowerPoint. You may use any other program like Microsoft Word or any other text editor of your choice. In PowerPoint, we have created the texts with the lyrics. We fill the text with white color and outline it with black so that it will be visible on top of the background video when we export the project. We select the text in PowerPoint, we copy it to the clipboard using Ctrl+C. Then in WyBoard Studio, we paste it with Ctrl+V or using the menu option to paste the contents of the clipboard. In WyBoard Studio, the text is copied over as an image. We don't need it to be text in WyBoard Studio as it works fine with the appear and disappear animations that we will use in there. We adjust the size of the text, which is in fact an image. Then we remove the default whiteboard animation that was automatically added to it, then we add the appear and disappear animations at the right time. As we will use a video as a background, it's a good idea to add a background image to the scene that is similar, or has a similar color to the background video that we will use, so that we kind of have an idea of how the project looks like, as the background video is only used when we export the video. We repeat the same process, copying and pasting the text into WyBoard Studio, and add the animations to each one of them. Note that when we add the animations, the texts and images will be displayed on top of each other on the screen, making it difficult to work in this case. We will configure the project to hide the texts and/or images when they aren't visible on the current time. We navigate to the menu option, Other. Then we choose Preferences. We uncheck the option that by default displays all texts and images even when they are invisible for the current time. Now we can finish adding the texts and animations and having a better way of seeing them on the screen. Once we are done with this step, we should verify how things look like. One option is to click the play button on the main screen or use the preview button. Both allow the audio to be played along, but the audio is not always completely in sync with the animations on the screen. In some cases, the best option might be to quickly generate a low-quality test video for testing purposes, before generating the final video. We will be using a background video that we created in the video option in WyBoard Studio. We downloaded a video and formatted a little bit darker so that the lyrics will be more visible. We also cut it to have the exact duration for this project, which is 56 seconds. Then we also applied fade in and fade out at the beginning and end of the video. We will now use the export option to test how things look like. We select a low-quality resolution with only 4 frames per second, which means, 4 images each second, just for our testing purposes, and we select our background video. We click OK. It should only take a few minutes to generate the video, depending on your system. Once the video is generated, we can verify how it looks like. If necessary, we can make adjustments to the animations or anything that we want. For now, we have only added the lyrics for the first paragraph of the song. For this project we used the Audio Tools option in WyBoard Studio to cut the original audio of the song to have only the first paragraph, then using the background option we have duplicated it for a total of 56 seconds, meaning the first paragraph is repeated twice. The reason we did this is to show you a few nice features of WyBoard Studio. In the menu, we have the options to copy and move keyframes, which will be very handy for us. The Move Keyframes option can be used to adjust the keyframes. For instance, in a song, we add the animations for the lyrics, let's say, the appear and disappear animations. Then as we generate our video, we noticed that some animation keyframes in a particular place need to be moved 1 second later. Then we can use this option and select the start and end times where the animation keyframes are located and choose how much time we want to move then, forward or backward. We can use a negative value to move the animation keyframes backwards. The Copy or Move Keyframes option is the one we will use in our project. It can be used to copy or move the animation keyframes. Imagine we have a song, and we want to copy the animation keyframes related to the chorus of the song that repeats a couple times during the song. We can not only copy, but optionally, we can use it to move the keyframes from one time to another within the same scene. In our case, we will copy all the animation keyframes as the first paragraph has been duplicated and the lyrics are repeated a second time. We choose the start and end time of the animation keyframes that will be copied over, then we select the start time when those animation keyframes will be copied over, which is the starting point. We click OK, then we have all the animations copied over to the right spot. Another important thing to mention. Our project has only one scene that contains all the texts, images, and animations. It's not recommended to have lots of texts, images, and animations in a single scene. In our case, for this project, it might be okay, but once we start to have more than 20 or 30 texts or images in a single scene, WyBoard Studio might suffer with performance issues. If we go to the menu and select Preferences, we see that the program will alert when we add more texts or images than the configured number that is set here on this screen. In our case, we will show you how we can split the project into scenes, and keep the texts, images, and their animations intact. We click the Edit Scenes button, then we will split the project into 2 scenes. Note that we can have as many scenes as we want. The keyframe animations for the second scene starts around 35 seconds. We can cut it around that time or even before that as we have some time in between the end of the lyrics of the first paragraph to the start of the second. Let's just choose 30 seconds. We add a new scene, then we change the duration of the first scene to be only 30 seconds. We know that the total duration of the video is 56 seconds. So we choose the duration of the second scene to any value that will give us that total duration of the video or any value greater than that. Important to select the option, Move Images, Texts, to another scene based on keyframe time. If we don't click on this option, all the texts, images, and their animations will stay in the scene that they currently belong to, which is the first scene, and the second scene will be empty. We don't want that. By selecting this option, WyBoard Studio will keep the animations where they are, keeping them at their current time. If a text or image has animations that belongs to different scenes, the app will copy these texts and images to each scene that the animation belongs to. It's powerful and handy. We now have 2 scenes, and all images are still present in the first scene with their animations, and the same images have also been added to the second scene with their animations. As we will use a video as a background, it's a good idea to add a background image to the scene that is similar, or has a similar color to the background video that we will use, so that we kind of have an idea of how the project looks like, as the background video is only used when we export the video. We will do the same for the second scene. We are now ready. We can export our project and verify how our video will look like. Again, we can first export to a low-resolution video. We also choose a small number of frames per second, which will speed up the export process. Once we are happy with the results and have finished all adjustments, we can export to the desired high-definition resolution. Here is our video.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.